Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday before Thanksgiving. How are you? Great to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you taking time out of what is probably your pre-Thanksgiving meal prep, right? What are you doing tonight? Making pies, baking bread for your stuffing. What are you making? Tell me. I want the whole scoop. I want to know everything. What are y'all doing? That's going to be me tomorrow. I had hoped to have started some things today, but I got busy doing some other things for work. And then I was on QVC a little while ago and then came home and had dinner with everybody. Trevor's home for the week, which is awesome. Kylie's here. So Kylie will be in the chat if you have any questions. Hi, everybody. Is that Jane? Hi, Jane. Or Janet. That's Janet. Sorry. There, it's Janet. Hi, Jan. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Lynn. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yes, I want to know what you've been up to, what you're doing, what are you working on, what are your plans? And if you're just going to have a quiet day to yourself, that is great too. And I also know that sometimes the holidays are really hard for people. So I don't want to whoop it up too much because I want to be respectful of people who maybe don't have, anyone to spend the holiday with from circumstances or, just choosing to have some quiet time to themselves or whatever the case may be. So I try to see all of you because I know life's not always easy. So if you're willing to share what you're doing for Thanksgiving, thank you for doing that. We're having a small gathering at our house, just me, Doug, the kids, and my mom. So party of 5. And looking forward to that. I'm going to do a lot of cooking tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. And what are we making? I'm going to try the pumpkin cheesecake recipe again. I think I can make it even better this time. So I'm going to do the pumpkin cheesecake. I'm going to try a new recipe for a chocolate chip pecan pie bar. Wow, that turns out winner. I just like saying it. Chocolate chip pecan pie bar. Yes, please. And what else am I making? I'm doing the famous corn bake. You can find the corn bake recipe over at justjill.com. You can find my stuffing recipe over at justjill.com. My stuffing recipe is really good. Okay, it's dressing. I understand. I know that if you put it in the bird, it's called stuffing. I just grew up it was just stuffing at our house. So I call it stuffing, even though I don't stuff it in the bird. But mine has apples and sausage and cornbread and French bread and whole wheat bread. And you can put nuts in it if you want to put pecans in there for crunch, you can. And it's just, onions and butter and all the things. No wonder it tastes good, right? It's all those delicious things. So I'm making up that. What else am I doing, Kylie? Oh, I'm gonna try. We were down at our place in Maryland over the weekend, the 4 of us, and we went out for this really nice dinner, and we got their appetizer, which Doug loves getting Brussels sprouts as an appetizer. And so this
lucky all of them. All of us like it.
What's that?
We're lucky. He's lucky. All of us like it.
Yeah, luckily we all like them. But we had these roasted Brussels sprouts. Hi, everybody. Roasted Brussels sprouts with dried cherries, almonds, goat cheese. So it inspired me a little bit. And Trevor was like all about, he's like, Mom, I'm really loving the dried cherries. So I think what I'm going to do, I kind of looked at some various recipes. I think I'm going to soak the dried cherries in like a maple syrup balsamic little slurry that I make. So it'll plump up the dried cherries with that sort of sweet balsamic. And then I'm going to roast the Brussels sprouts with the butternut squash. I'm going to add butternut squash and then throw on the dried cherries and then top it off with some feta cheese. And we're going to do that as a side dish. Maybe throw some pecans in there. I'm not sure. What do y'all think about that? Does that sound appealing? I think it sounds kind of good, actually. If the maple balsamic thing works, like I'm hoping it will, that could be another new recipe coming to justjill.com. So we're doing that. I might make homemade rolls, although I have to tell you, I'm gonna make a major confession right now for Thanksgiving, and this is the first time I've ever done this. But since it's just the five of us, and I have to be honest, I was a little late to the party in thinking about what I was going to be doing for Thanksgiving, because we've had so much going on with the new house, and we didn't know who was going to be here, and I've been working like a huge stretch of time that I was kind of a little behind the eight ball in terms of ordering a fresh turkey. I try to always order a fresh turkey if I can from one of the local farms. And so I was a little late to that. And like the only sizes they had were ginormous, which I just thought was a waste of money for 5 people, even though I know I can freeze it. I know. So I'm doing a honey baked ham and a honey baked turkey breast. Does that make me a bad person? Am I bailing on Thanksgiving by doing that? I'm making everything else from scratch. That's the thing. I got to be honest. I don't even really care about the turkey. I just show up for the sides. Is anybody with me on that? Can we just say, like, what if Thanksgiving had no turkey? What if we only did sides giving? I think we could try something new. What do y'all think? Desserts giving. I'm in. I don't know. Like, the turkey part isn't that big of a deal to me. But anyway, so I got a little turkey breast from Honey Baked Shop. I got a little ham from the Honey Baked Shop. We'll have that. Oh, I'm making homemade mashed potatoes. And what I was going to say was I might make some homemade rolls. My grandmother made the best yeast rolls. Do any of you make yeast rolls? God, they're good. And hers were just always so like fluffy, and she'd brush them when they came out of the oven with butter, and butter would just like melt on the homemade rolls. God, they're good. So if I get really ambitious, I might make some homemade yeast rolls. And what's great is you can use that dough for cinnamon rolls. That could be good too. Right, Mary? It is all about the sides. What if I think we should boycott turkey. Oh my gosh, the turkey farmers of America are going to hate me. Not necessarily. I do like turkey, but I think Thanksgiving would be just as enjoyable. Like, I have to think about my plate. Like, we don't eat turkey every year. We switch it around. Okay, good. So like, I'm not bailing because I'm doing the honey roasted, the honey baked glazed, whatever. Right. But when I think about my plate at Thanksgiving, okay, one, I never go back for seconds on the turkey. Do you? Like, mashed potatoes, bring them on. Stuffing, in my face. The green bean casserole, the corn bake, if there's any left, I have to take a huge helping the first time because between Kylie, Trevor, and Doug, they'll eat the whole thing. But I never go back for seconds on the turkey. And sometimes reheating turkey the next day, I don't know, sometimes it tastes funny. Not if I put it in a casserole, which is what I do a lot. Like, I'll make like a broccoli cheese casserole with turkey to use up some of the extra. And I do like a little piece of it, like on a homemade roll, and that's enjoyable. But I don't know. I don't know what led me down this path of having like the turkey Thanksgiving discussion, but it just came to me, and I just wanted to see if I had other people who were on my side with this. Let's group together. All right. Natalie said, I ordered a honey baked turkey. My grandkids are picky, right? Like, okay, let's just do, this is just how we're going to do it. So, and however you're going to do it, I sort of like dessert giving. Amen. Dessert giving, I'm all about it. I have the worst sweet tooth. But you know what? I love to bake. So I love to bake all kinds of different things and make them. My grandmother always had a homemade sweet. Always. There was never, ever store-bought, except for little, like the mini-sized candy bars. She always kept them in the bottom drawer, in the crisper drawer in her refrigerator. Oh no, there was not lots of vegetables because she was picking them out of her garden. She didn't have to keep them in the fridge. There was always a drawer in my grandma and grandpa at my grandparents who lived in Indiana, my grandma and grandpa Metzger. And they always had in the bottom drawer, in the crisper drawer, they always had little mini Snickers and little mini Butterfingers. And my Uncle Bob called it his back medicine. He'd get up. Where you going, Bob? Back's bothering me. I'm going to go get a little medicine. So anyway, but besides that, my grandmother always had homemade sweets. all the time. There was a pan of scotcheroos. There was 5 different pies. There was a big bunch of chocolate chip cookies or oatmeal cookies, or maybe there was, some kind of the cream cheese cherry dessert. Maybe she did it with blueberries. It'd be in there. She made a coffee cake. Hey, Chili, you want to make some homemade donuts? Like, she just did everything, and she was the size of a minute. So anyway, great memories. But I guess that's what this time of year is all about, right? It's remembering those people and remembering. I think food is a very nostalgic, memorable thing. And I don't think any of my kids are going to remember me when it's time for me to transcend to my next journey. I don't think any of my kids are going to look back and say, like, gosh, Mom made great turkey. They're going to be like, oh, remember Mom's mashed potatoes? Oh, I love Mom's stuffing. Oh, that corn bake, right? Okay, I'm going to get off the soapbox about the turkey now and not worry about the fact that I'm doing turkey and ham this year. All right, so thanks for being here, everybody. We have a great group here tonight. Thank you. Love having you here. So what are we going to do? And thanks for all of your nice messages. I see them over here. People saying hi to me and Kylie and Bernadette. Hi, everybody. Hi to everybody. Hi, Donna and Ashley and Debbie and Arlene and Lynn. And hi, everybody. Paula, Teresa. I kind of went off on my tangent, and then I wasn't looking at who was saying hello. Ashley was asking me, what's my favorite sweet? Yes. Like all of them. No, like I love chocolate chip cookies out of the oven. That's a favorite. I love a good pie with some ice cream, slightly heated, enjoyable. I love that. I am definitely, though, I have to say, I'm definitely like a cookie bar brownie girl. I like cakes. It just has to be the right cake. I'd rather do like lemon squares, or although I do love a carrot cake. A carrot cake is a big weakness for me. My cheesecake is a big weakness. I just like dessert. There's very few desserts I don't like, really. I don't like things that have like rum flavoring to them. That's not really my thing. I'm not a chocoholic like some people are. Kylie.
Hey.
She was just asking me before we started, do you have a little stash of chocolate or anything here in the house? She's like, I need a little sweet. As I came downstairs eating some leftover gummy bears from the movies the other day. I do enjoy the gummy bears, but only Haribo. Only Haribo gummy bears. Yeah, I just love dessert. Clearly, I'm not a girl who says no to it. Life's too short. I'm going to enjoy it. All right. So enough about eating. Enough. You're going to get your fill of it, right? You're going to get your fill, and you'll be full from it coming up in the next couple of days. But however you're preparing, wherever you're going, safe travels. Hope you have a great time. I hope you have a delicious meal. I hope you have great conversation. I hope there's lots of hugs, and remember to tell everybody you love them. All right. So what are we going to do tonight? Well, today kicks off our Black Friday sale. Black Friday sale. So we have some markdowns. We're going to blitz through a lot. Kylie will do her best to keep up with links for all of you. But remember, you can always just go to justjillshop.com. Where do you go to find these items? justjillshop.com. All right. That's where you're going to go. That's where we have everything. And if you haven't been over there, if you haven't seen what we have on sale, I'm going to go through and tell you everything. We have a lot. And so these are things that you might want for gifts, stock up. These are things as you're going to, be moving out all the harvest stuff by the end of the week and start really thinking about your holiday decor. These are some great, last final quantity offers for you to do that. And so why don't we just get going? Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. Okay. So first and foremost, just going to call this out. I'm not going to spend time showing you all the styles. We have dozens of them at justjillshop.com. Where? justjillshop.com. All right. So power beads. We do this usually during the holiday season. Our entire power bead assortment is on sale. Okay. With the exception of our philanthropic bracelets, what we call our giving back bracelets. We don't mark those down because obviously we're donating a portion of the proceeds on those. That said, you can still get our pancreatic cancer amethyst agate bracelet. It's all purple and has a purple heart. Kylie can put the link up for you. We donate $10 to PanCan for that, for pancreatic cancer research. That was the very first cause we championed here at Just Jill. That is very near and dear to my heart. My dad died 15 years ago of pancreatic cancer, and it is a beast of a disease. And it is one of those cancers that's very hard to detect. It's often discovered when it's in stage 4 and has metastasized, and that doesn't give the patient much hope. For my dad, he discovered it on a fluke, believe it or not. He and my mom were renewing their life insurance policy. He went and got a physical. They said he knew that he had like a hernia, and they wanted a deeper picture of that before they signed off on it. And they went and did a scan, and they saw that he had a spot on his pancreas and his liver. And that's how they discovered it. He hadn't had any symptoms, hadn't been feeling weird, wasn't jaundiced, nothing like that. And 6 months later, he was gone. So anything we can do to initiate funding, especially when you never know what the government's going to do, if they're going to shut down. Do you realize that shuts down research? That shuts down, opportunities, that shuts down time, that's delaying the ability for research to continue. So let's do our parts and help support some of these other organizations that are working tirelessly to try to find ways to combat these diseases. PanCan is one of my favorites. I've donated to them ever since my dad passed away. And I love that I have this platform at Just Jill where I can share with all of you. Let's buy some beautiful jewelry, and let's know that while we're wearing it or we're gifting it, there's some good coming from it too. So that's our giving back bracelets. We also do those for breast cancer research, Save the Children, autism, Alex's Lemonade Stand. You can find all of those over at justjillshop.com. So that's like their own little capsule collection. And then we have just, whatever bracelets you want, the entire Power Beads by Jen collection, including her gorgeous, have you seen her angel charm bracelet? This is all solid, weighty, really beautiful. It has all these different angel designs around it in this beautiful, brushed gold. So check out the Power Beads by Jen assortment. They come in small, average, and large. We have most of our bracelets are what are called the Power Beads Petites. That's not the fit, it's the size of the bead. Okay. And not all of them have charms. Some of them have rondelles like this. All right. So check those out because those make great gifts. Those are for your teenagers, your college students, your best friend who has everything. We have so many colors. We have so many motifs. We have beach themes, heart themes, religious themes, animal themes. I mean, we have so many for you to choose from. Fall, seasonal, Christmas, there's everything. So check out Power Beads by Jen, that whole assortment on sale as part of our Black Friday deal. Okay. Also, I didn't have these for you last week, but Bernadette dug them up from the warehouse. And I just want to remind you, when we told you about these last week, Kai, I need the boxes, because I want to show them as a gift. When we told you last week that we were putting our entire assortment of our night lights on sale, basically the ones that I had to show you, those all sold out. The ones I have left were the samples that I didn't have to show you. Well, I have them to show you right now. These have been $30 almost since we debuted Just Jill, and we would often do a buy more than one, and then they would be marked down to $25. We're now not making you buy more than one to get a lower price. In fact, we went even lower. And so our gorgeous night lights, there's like a short or something in this cord. This keeps happening. It's loose. Our gorgeous night lights, $24. And they come gift box. So look at the packaging, and that includes your shipping and handling. And they're big. They're not like itty bitty night lights. They are a beautiful size. Kylie, could we maybe kill these lights? I wonder if that would just help show. I just want you to see how pretty these are. They're gorgeous when they're off. So I love that you can see it that way. Wouldn't this be so cute in a little girl's room, or, whoever likes girly things, or if you have a white kitchen, this is going to add some color. But then when you turn it on, look at the glow that you get from all of those. Oh, Kylie's going to dim the lights for us all. Ooh, look how pretty. Aren't those gorgeous? I love it. This is all ceramic. These are like those vintage bulbs. I love the white. I think it's so pretty when it's glowing at night, but I also think it looks great when it's by day. So $24, never been that low of a price before. One other thing that you'll like about our night lights is that they have a rotating plug. So it doesn't matter if the big side of the outlet is on the left or the right, and it doesn't matter if it's an outlet that's more horizontal or vertical. This can rotate. So you sort of pull it out and it can rotate that way if you need it to. Pull it out. You can have the prongs going there, pull it out, rotates again, pull it out, rotates. Okay, so all ceramic. $24 for our white vintage tree. And then, oh my gosh, the 60th anniversary of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm not going to torture you and sing to you, but look how cute he is. Look at how his nose glows. Remember in the claymation how it made that song? Yeah, so there's that red nose, but he has, let's turn it off so you can see, look how cute the artwork is. So this was an official license, and it has the green wreath going around, and it has those vintage bulbs. Look at the sweet face, and then look at the box that it comes in. So you get this super cute gift, $24. So think about your card clubs. Are you playing Mahjong? I totally want to learn. That's one of my goals in the new year, Mahjong. Maybe you have a Bible study. Maybe you do a book club. Maybe you just have a group of girls you just, you met years ago and you still try to get together and do things. $25 the gift limit. How cute. Think about this also for your kids, your grandkids, whether it's a gift for them, for their room, so they have something fun for the holidays. It's what you want to have in the little bathroom that they use when they come stay with you. It's just adorable. And this is all hand painted. They do such a nice job. And again, there is the cute glow of it's my power cord here, the nightlight. So that is our cute Rudolph. All right. Those are about the only two nightlight. Oh, I have one more to show you. We only have a few of this guy left. And for those of you who love Santa, look at the cute Santa. Isn't he adorable? All hand painted. These are all ceramic. And then it has a vintage tree. So you kind of get 2 in 1 here. And let me turn this around. How's everybody doing? $24. That's such a good gift, right? Teacher's gift even. I can tell you my mom, was a school teacher for like 40 years. And the thought was always amazing, like the thoughts from the students and stuff. But there would be certain times where she would get like a great gift and I'd be like, I want that. So look how cute. So this one gives you that cute Santa. And then you have the little vintage tree next to it. I love that there's a star on top. The artwork, look at all the hand painting that they did on the trees. And then added the little light on the inside. Okay, and that comes gift boxed also. So great, cute little night lights, and great. They're all on sale. When they're gone, they're gone. We're not reordering any of these, so get them while you can. The white vintage tree, $24. That includes your shipping. The cute little Santa with the vintage tree, $24 includes your shipping. And Rudolph. You got to have Rudolph. He's the best. He's so cute. So our Rudolph nightlight, again, $24. That includes your shipping and handling. All right, Kylie, I'm handing these over to you. As I talk about things, Kylie, I'm going to hand them to you, okay? So we can you can start boxing stuff back up if you want, or we can move it out of the way.
Should ask anybody if they're watching the finale.
And then, public service announcement from my daughter, who knows that most of the time we do Facebook Lives or live streams on Tuesday nights. She's very distressed that she's missing the finale of Dancing with the Stars. So no spoilers, please, in the chat. She's recording it, and she'll probably be up until 3 a.m. watching the replay. Okay. All right. And who are you reading for, Kylie?
I don't know. That's why I need to watch it. I'm torn.
She's not sure who she's rooting for. Okay. Any questions, everybody, on the night lights? I'm going to move on. They're so, so cute. We've been bringing you night lights. That was one of the very first items I picked for Just Jill. Did you know that? When we started bringing you holiday decor, night lights was one of the things I was so insistent on because I think they're the easiest way to decorate. Whether you have a lot of room in your home, multiple rooms, if you've downsized, you have a small space, or somebody that you know that's in assisted living, they don't have room for a tree. They don't have room for all the stuff. They just have a little space here or there, a night light. So cute. They can look at it all the time. All right. Big fan of those. Okay. Let's talk about our next special offer. Now, listen, with any holiday decor purchase, as many of you know, I've been really lucky to work with Buyer's Choice, located in Chalfont, Pennsylvania. They're known. Their designs are made here in the USA. I met them years ago because their products were sold on QVC, and I used to collaborate with Joyce Byers and the founder. And when I started Just Jill, we found a way to collaborate again. And we didn't do a new collaboration for this season. It just the timing of everything just didn't quite work out. And we have just a little bit left of the last piece that we collaborated on, which is our denim Santa. And I think he, frankly, is the best costume of any that we've done. It's the tailoring on these is amazing. So we're down to our final, not many. And what we're going to do is, if you've had your eye on it and you've been like, oh, it's really cute, but I don't know, I've got other things to buy. With any holiday decor purchase, okay, a night light, the picks, the greenery, a candle, whatever, with any holiday decor purchase, you can get this Buyer's Choice Santa for $50. The retail on him is $89. So it's a really nice savings. Again, we're nothing wrong with him. He's great. We have about 20 of them so not even 24 of him left, but we just thought, you know what, let's just do a really nice offer for everybody. We know you're going to be buying holiday decor anyway. It's easy for us to package them up with other things that you might be buying. And that's why we can do a lower price for it. So $50. With any home decor purchase. Here's the detail on him. There are some special things that Byers does for the Santas that I've worked on. And by the way, my signature and Joyce Byers signatures will be on this. So whether that makes a collectible or not, I don't know. But just so you know, I did sign them all. He is dressed in this gorgeous blue velvet. And then we have this kind of dark blue and light blue denim, and then the faux fur down around his coat. So this is all sewn for each piece. Okay. They put these together special. Then you have that same detail. I know, right, Jeanette? They're awesome. Then you have that little detail here and the faux fur. Okay. Something else special they do for me, they make his tummy a little chubbier. See how he's got a little tummy? So I always like to have a little bit chubbier Santa. So the Just Jill Santas are always, or any of those that I've ever worked on, usually have a chubbier tummy. I also like this more curly faux beard hair. I just like that. I like it's like kind of like long and flowy. It's a little Father Christmas-esque to me. It reminds me of the beard in Polar Express and the Santa there. So that's what you have. The face, I always try to do a little bit more of an open mouth. The hat, as you can see, is also done in the velvet. And yes, he is wearing jeans. Look, it's all denim. Look how they cuffed them. And then you have the black boot. And then just so you know, on this one, there's Joyce Byers' signature. And my signature is on the bottom. All right. He's holding a little bottle brush tree. Now these trees are varied in color. So some of them are a little bit lighter. Some of them are a little more blue-green, but it's a bottle brush tree. And then he has the sailboat. And then he has just this little basket of shells. So, he can be coastal. He can be, for those of you who just love blue and whites, if you have any affinity for the ocean, the water, you live in Florida, whatever the case may be. But $20, or sorry, $50. Bernadette just passed out. $50 with any Just Jill holiday decor item. Okay. And when he's gone, he's gone. But really, I think just great. And I mean, even like when you put it with some of our different picks and things, when you put them around, like some of these I love, by the way. Kind of forgot about these. These are like these frozen branches. Aren't they pretty? But you can put those in a vase and then put him in front of it. And now it doesn't seem like so coastal, if that's what you're seeing. To me, he's just a great blue and white Santa. And then you can tie it in with the different things. And if you wanted to do like all white with him, you could do that too, which looks great. Kathy said, do you have to do anything special when ordering the Santa along with a home decor piece to get the special price? No, what you have to do is add him to your cart, Kathy. Thank you for asking that, by the way. Add him to your cart, add your decor to your cart, and then I think it will all be worked out at checkout. Can you confirm that, Kylie? Is that what happens? Bernadette confirmed that? Yeah. So when you add him to your cart and add a home decor piece with it, the price should knock it down to $50. And if there's an issue with that, let us know during the chat even, and we'll have Bernadette take a look at it. But I just wanted to say, like, you could do all white with him. How great. By the way, our picks are all on sale. That's coming up. All right. Any questions? Hi, Mary. Just got on. Excited to see you. Excited to see you too, Mary. Love the special Santa. So unique and special. Yeah, he is great. All right. So get him. I have that Santa in my blue bathroom with some of your other Blue Buyers carolers, and it's gorgeous. Thank you, Lynn. Oh, thank you. I have this Santa. He's beautiful. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much. I'm so glad you love him. I think he's one of the best ones we did. I think this outfit, like velvet and denim, like I want it right now. Is it wrong that I want this coat? I would wear it. Can't you totally see me wearing it? I'm such a jeans girl. All right. So definitely get him with that special offer. Another special offer that I have right now, because we're down to our final quantities, we're very lucky that we get to work with Jim Shore. I don't know if we'll see Jim before the end of the year. One of my most favorite people on the planet and one of my favorite artists. I have been collecting Jim's pieces since before really I knew him. I've bought pieces for my husband, Doug, because Doug loves to collect Santas. So how lucky that Jim and the company that works with him to produce his pieces, Enesco, was willing to work with our little shop. Like we're little, we're a little retailer. But because of my friendship with Jim, because of the time we spent together when I was a host on QVC, he agrees to do special things for us. So I'm allowed to go through his assortment and pick special items that I would like for him to sign for all of you. His signature on a piece, now that's collectible. Okay. And so these are the two pieces that he signed for us this year. We only have a few of these left and they are on sale. And I know these are not the most inexpensive pieces. They will come boxed beautifully. They're a beautiful keepsake. If you know that there's a new grandbaby on the way and you want to start with some of those special treasures, this I think is something for you to think about. So we have a choice of the snowman. So this snowman is holding this kind of pine bough. I love that he has this kind of necklace of the holly berries and the greenery. Look at the texture in the hat, the little red bird there perched just so. There's beautiful detail work on his sort of body. And look what you have here. You have this raised relief of a snow village. So you have all those trees, and then you come around to the front to a house with a snowman in front. So that's so cute. There's like little details all throughout. And then down around the bottom, that same pine bough motif continues. And there is the signature of Jim Shore. He has signed these exclusively for Just Joe. these two designs. So if you are a snowman collector, here's a chance to get this piece on sale with Jim's signature. And if you're a Santa collector, or you're looking for like that one wow piece because you're creating a new vignette, this Santa is amazing, and it's big. Can you see the size of this? Like, it's bigger than my head. It's probably 12 inches tall, a foot tall. Look at his face, the carving on the beard, the two cardinals that so many of you love, the wreath, the bow. Look at that birdhouse. Look at his belt, and then look at the scene. So that also has the starry night scene, the trees, this beautiful detail. Look at the black and red check going around there. And then, to me, the piece de resistance on this is the carving on the jacket, which at a distance you may not even be able to see. But when you look close, look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's just stunning. And on this particular piece, Jim's signature is on the bottom. So beautiful pieces. I love that these pieces also just sit so nice and flat. They're weighty. If you've never had one of Jim's pieces, they're made of resin, also known sometimes as a cold cast porcelain. So, he sketches, paints the pieces, then they carve the master, then they create these beautiful molds. But the detail is spectacular. So if you're interested in our signed pieces, that's what makes these two pieces special. They are marked down. When they're gone, they're gone. And of course, we have dozens of Jim Shore designs over at Just Jill Shop as well. Okay, so that's what we have for you there. Then, more on sale to talk about. Here's a fun little offer. All right, so one of my favorite things to do when I'm decorating is I love to create these vignettes. You all know that about me. I love the vignettes. I love creating these different kind of little, collections, these little stories, tying everything all together. And it's one thing to have, the pretty center focal point, but you need sort of the background players, right? Like Kylie and I went and saw Wicked this past week. We had so much fun. And we went to the double feature. It was great. We were there for like 5 hours. It's so much fun. But listen, yeah, there's the main characters. There's Elphaba and Glinda and the Wizard and Fiyero and Madame Morrible and Bach and Nessa Rose. But what about the background people, right? What about the Munchkins in Munchkinland? What about the other students at Shiz? What about the people that are in the Emerald City? Like, those are all important parts too, right? So all that's to say, I think one of the most important items when you're putting out your decor that you can have, that gives you texture, that gives you height, that maybe gives you a different finish, are trees. Because they can be wintry, they can be Christmassy. And so we've done the set of 2 ceramic trees this season, and you get one of each. One is this kind of deeper pine color. You can see the way they sort of washed it. So the actual ceramic underneath has the texture, and then they washed it with this deeper green. And then you have more of like this palish greenish blue that's very soft. By the way, these do look nice with the Buyer's Choice Santa. But guess what we're doing? One set was normally, how much are these, Kylie? I think they were $49, maybe $59. Were they $59 and then we put them on sale for $49?
I don't know. The right now they're listed as $39.
Oh, they're down to $39? Okay, so here's the deal. It's a better deal than I thought. Set of 2, $39. But when you buy one set, you're going to get a second set free. So you're going to get 4 trees, 2 darker green, 2 lighter green for $39. Only while supplies last. Run, don't walk. We don't have a lot of them. Get that. You should be ordering them right now. You should be going to Just Jill Shop right now. Put them in your cart. If you're going to get the buyer's choice Santa, get the Santa. So you get them for the $50 and then you're moving on. Okay. Lynn said, love these trees, more beautiful in person. Totally agree with that. I mean, they look pretty here, but there's just something about the glaze on them. It's a very pretty, simple glaze. And I just feel like when you have these are two items you're going to be pulling out for the rest of your life. Like they don't light up. They're not going to play music. They're not going to do a jig for you, right? Like they don't have a lot of extra sparkle to them, but they're just sort of like those quiet background players that are going to work with no matter how you decorate for the holidays. So if you wanted to do something with like our gingerbread collection, that light green tree works. Or maybe you wanted to do something with like the cute snowman, and then look how great the dark green tree works with that. So buy one set, get one free. How's that for a Black Friday deal? I love a BOGO. My dad loved a BOGO. He loved a BOGO. So buy one, get one. Get them while you can, while supplies last. Buy one set, get a set free. You'll get 4 trees for under $40. That includes your shipping. Awesome. All right. How's that for a good offer, right? Pretty good. Okay. Let's talk next about, since I held it up, really quickly. Oh, one other thing I like about the trees here, they did put some of the little squishy pieces on the bottom. So protects the surface that you put it onto. All right. Gingerbread, Peppermint Park are 2 whimsical collections in decor. We have houses that light up. We have trees for the forest. We have the clay look. We have gingerbread boys and girls. And we're putting that entire collection at the biggest discount we've ever done, 20% off. Wow. So that means any of these light up pieces, like this one is so cute. It's like our elegant gingerbread, but this is the bakery, has just little hints of the pink and the green on it, just very subtle. The cute little narrow trees that go with it, those are on sale. Like one of my most favorite items are these flat pieces, because I like that you can push them up against a wall or a narrow mantle, because you don't need much room for these. Look at all the work that goes into this. I think that's one of the things that maybe sometimes I don't spend enough time talking about with these pieces, but like these aren't like, let's dump the ingredients in Willy Wonka everlasting gobstopper, and at the end of the finish line or the end of the conveyor belt, boom, this house appears. It starts with this cutout piece, and then you have an artist who is twisting the red and white to get the peppermint stick, who is making smaller little candy canes, who's using this clay to create all these little scallops and dots, who's cutting out and rolling all of those peppermint candies, and then the twist, and then the frosting, and then more frosting, and then the windows. Look at the trees. Look at the door. Look at that cute snowman. Okay, the snowman could have just been 3 white discs. They did a snowman with a matching red hat, not just a red scarf. That's how Jill Bauer would have done it, because this is such tedious work. It would hold my attention for a quick second and I'd be done. But look how they did the scarf. It's red and white. They did black coal eyes. They did red buttons. They did, yes, an orange nose. Amazing. And just, I like turning it to the side so you can really see the dimension of this piece. So whether you're looking to add a little red to your holiday decor, maybe you've done some of these whimsical scenes, our entire whimsy, I call this our whimsical collection, gingerbread peppermint, okay? That whole assortment is all at its biggest discount. Those discounts will be taken at checkout. You'll get 20% off. That's the biggest discount we can do. So take advantage of it while we have it. These are just adorable. And we have smaller houses that light up, that coordinate with this. We have that big peppermint snowman nutcracker. So that's part of that collection. Like I said, we have these light up houses. If you want more of a traditional gingerbread look, they light up and glow. Lynn said, I received my peppermint house. I love it. It sparkles. I know. It does have such a pretty shimmer, doesn't it, Lynn? I love that too. And then again, we have this set of these 3 kind of stacked frosting cookie trees with a little star on top. They're perfect with the little house. This is the bakery. There's also a toy shop. So go check that out. Kylie can put the link in the chat for that collection, but 20% off that whole collection. And then our glitter pieces, our glitter lanterns, to me, are the ultimate in decor that we offer because it's decor, it lights up, it sparkles, and it's themed. So you can really lean in with one purchase, with one decor item, those sort of holiday motifs and themes that you love in one fell swoop. They're also adorable as gifts. Do you need this, Kylie?
Yes.
Okay. Handing off an extension cord. Okay, so our entire assortment of the glitter lanterns are all 10% off. Okay. Again, discount taken at checkout. One of those includes this. So stinking cute. So you have this pretty champagne gold base. It's like a little ornament orb. I love the little detail on the top. The artwork here are winter birds. So you have cardinals on frosted branches as well as chickadees. Over here, I have my little switch, and then it lights up, and then you can see the magic. So it's swirling. It's like those birds are caught in a little snowstorm. Look at the cute chickadee. Oh my gosh, with the red berries. And then there's cardinals on there too. So winter birds, you could leave this out all winter long. Put it out as soon as you get it at home. It's staying out even when the Christmas tree's away, the stockings are gone, all the fun stuff is tucked away. But you can keep a few things out to keep you happy during those cold winter months. So that's one of our glitter lantern pieces, our glitter globe. Yes?
I just answered this in the chat, but I want you to say it there too. For the glazed trees, to get the BOGO offer, you only need to put in one set.
Oh, got it. For the glazed trees, and we're rewinding. We're rewinding. For our glazed trees, if you're doing this, only put one set in your cart, and we will automatically add the other. Do not put two sets in your cart, everybody. That means you're going to be getting, unless you want, 4 sets. Okay. Put one set in your cart. We will send you the second. We promise. Okay. So don't put 2 sets in. Otherwise, we're going to have to be calling and checking. Did you really want 2 sets or did you think that's how you got the BOGO? No. Put one set in your cart. We'll add in the second. Okay. Put one set in your cart. We'll add in the second. If you're saying, oh my gosh, that's such a great offer, I'm putting 2 sets in my cart, we'll send you 2 more. Okay. That's how it will work. All right. There you can see him one last time. Great offer. Okay. And great to work back to so many other things that we have. All right. Back to the glitter lanterns. We have 2 choices for you. If you are a cardinal lover, and I love them both. They're so cute. Okay. Here's number 1. So this one, I'm going to hold it up really close. Isn't that adorable? So that has 2 red cardinals with a sitting on like a tree branch with the greenery and the berries. And then this here is actually like an applique on the outside of the lantern around all 4 sides. That's the other nice thing about these lanterns is you have nice views going all the way around. You will notice on these lanterns that sometimes the fan seems to slow down and then it kicks back up again. That's normal. It's supposed to be that way. It kicks it up so that the glitter can fall, and then it slows down to allow that to happen. And then as the glitter comes back down to the bottom, boom, it shoots it back up again. On this lantern, it's a really nice, I would say the color on this is a little bit of like a soft ivory and like a whitewashed almost bronze. So it looks it could be a little silvery. It looks like it could be pewter. It looks like it could be brushed nickel, but it has a little bit of distressing to it. I love the size of this. I love that it's a little more narrow. It's not going to take up a big footprint. So that is your set of 2 cardinals in that lantern shape. But also we did a second choice for you in a lantern. That's this one. And I know a lot of you have bought this one. I like this one a lot too. I like, again, how narrow this is. I like the extra detail here on the outside. This is done in a matte black. Really beautiful detail. Look at how that just shimmers in the light. Won't that be relaxing to look at on a winter snow day when you've got the fire crackling, maybe you've got a pot of soup on, and you get to look at your beautiful cardinals. But beautiful red birds on those snowy branches. You just choose sort of which lantern you like better. This one's definitely taller, as you can see. Looks a little bit more like a traditional lantern. This one gives you a little bit bigger window to look inside there. And then remember, they're all 10% off. That'll automatically be taken at checkout. We have a couple more to show you. This one's our most ornate. I love this one. Speaking of a Father Christmas, I'm going to turn the light off because the light doesn't translate well here. Look how great that Father Christmas is. I'm going to go in super close so you can see. Great detail. He's wearing his beautiful long robe. He's got the bird there. And then look at the detail on the lantern itself. So this one is definitely sort of a oxidized pewter, a deeper kind of silvery gray, but lots of filigree work. So if you like that kind of detail, this is definitely the one for you. Also has that same detail around the bottom. And this is probably the tallest lantern that we have. All the details you can find over at Just Jill Shop. And then when you turn it on, now you have this beautiful Santa illuminated. I know you can't see it very well there. I'll get it up close. Isn't he great? And this has kind of the iridescent glitter in there. Can you see that? Which is why you're seeing all like the look of multicolored lights dancing around. And then if you like the Santa idea, we did a smaller Santa lantern. Okay, so this one's a little bit smaller in size. Still, I would say probably top to bottom, I don't know, maybe about 10 to 11 inches. But this has Santa with a cardinal and the present. And then he's out like in the forest with the snowy tree. And this lantern also, I mean, look at the detail. So you still have that filigree detail. This is also done in kind of that kind of washed, deeper pewter look. Look at the detail around the bottom. Yeah, a lot of ornate details on these. You're right, Cheryl. So there's that one. That gives you cardinals and Santa. And then last but not least, we've never done one like this before. This is definitely more of an oil rubbed bronze. Just the beautiful Christmas tree. Let me turn it off for a second so you can see. So it has a beautiful green tree. You have all of your ornaments on there, garlands, the presents that are in the front. But what makes this one special is on one side, you turn it on and it lights up. On the other side, it plays music. So it's like a music box lantern. So that is like a special collectible, I feel like. You know, like that's something that you get for baby's first Christmas, and they're going to have it for the rest of their life. It'll be in their room as they're growing up. It'll be their special lantern. And all of these, by the way, run on batteries, but they will also come with a little adapter with a USB on one end. So just put it in a cube and plug that into your wall, right? The same way like you would charge your phone and things. And so if you don't want this to constantly run through the batteries, you can run it through on that plug to make it a little bit easier. But I like this one a lot. This is the first year we did a lantern with this particular vendor. And I really like just the beauty and simplicity of that Christmas tree. So that's your last choice. They're all on sale, 10% off. Beautiful gifts, special keepsakes. And again, it gives you decor, it gives you sparkle, it gives you theme, it gives you light up, it gives you so much. So definitely check out those lanterns. Okay, can I hand some of those to you, Kylie? Get them out of my way because I want to start going through the picks real quick. All right, we can trade things here. All right, our pick collection. Here's the thing. You're going to start putting out all your greenery, right? You're going to be putting out your Christmas tree. You're going to put down our Norfolk pine garland. I just bought 2 more of those myself today. I wanted to get them before we're all sold out. We have a couple dozen of those left. If you want a pre-lit Norfolk pine garland, ours are awesome. We've sold hundreds of them. Probably one of our top sellers here at Just Jill. But you're going to put it all down and you're going to look at things and you're going to be like, oh, it just needs a little something, but I don't know what it is. Or you're going to decorate your tree and be like, oh, it looks a little flat. I'm missing something. And so we know how important those holiday accessories are. And by holiday accessories, I mean picks, I mean candle rings, whether those are the smaller candle rings for tapers. You can also use those as napkin rings. The bigger candle rings that you would use for our larger flameless candles, it could be something that you would use with the different picks by themselves, mixed in with greenery, put into your Christmas tree, put into a vase. I'm going to show you all of those things. And then also don't forget when it comes to like those Christmas accessories, it's candlesticks too. So we have a whole collection of these holiday accessories and they are all on sale. And you know what, Kylie? I'm going to actually send a quick message to Bern because she and I had talked about something. So Bernadette, if you're watching, I'm sending you a text. Stand by. We'll see what the answer is. We talked about something, so I don't want to speak to it. And then she's going to be like, what are you doing? But let's see what happens if I get a text back from her. All right. While we're waiting on that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? So our entire holiday accessories assortment, picks, candle rings, candlesticks, even flameless candles are all on sale. And if you buy more than one from that assortment, they're already on sale. If you buy more than one, we'll take 10% off the price. So the picks are already on sale. You buy more than one set of picks, we'll take an extra 10% off. All of our candle rings are already on sale. You buy more than one set, maybe you buy the matching napkin rings, you're going to get 10% off the price. So it's the candlesticks, you're going to get 10% off if you decide to buy those. Or you mix and match. I'm going to buy a pick and I'm going to buy a candle ring and you're going to get 10% off both. All right. Those will all be taken at checkout. Okay. So let me just show you all of our different picks. And I'm going to go through them quickly. I'm going to do my best. All of them you can find over at justjillshop.com. Okay. If you love white, we have these gorgeous white picks. I really try to make sure that our picks are nice and full. That's why I usually do just a set of 2. I don't want to make you have to buy 5 picks just to fill a vase. I don't want you to have to buy 5 picks just to put out on a tabletop. If they're done right, really you only need 2. These are wired a little bit so you can move things around. Just be a little ginger with them, all right? And these are all done in white. They have these kind of rose hips. I like these delicate. They have these pearl little mini pomegranates, different types of greenery, a little bit of sparkle. If you want all white because you're doing winter wonderland, or again, we showed this earlier, you can buy one set of these picks and then you can, for $50, you can get our Buyer's Choice Santa. And that looks great together. Okay. So that's an option. And remember, if you want that Buyer's Choice Santa for the $50, add it to your cart, add another item of holiday decor, and all those discounts will happen. Okay, so here's all white. Really, the only all white short picks we have. They can also work when you're doing, you want to do a true red and white look. Great as a background there. Great with our gingerbread. Remember, the gingerbread collection is all 20% off. So that's great together. All white and moving on. Here is one of our more glamorous picks. I did some of these for you last year. You all loved it. So these, again, they're on sale. Buy more than one of them, which a lot of you've done. One of you bought like 6 of this set because you're going to do I can just imagine some incredible, big, huge vase with all these in them. But You're going to choose your flower. It'll either be the poinsettia or the magnolia, but you're definitely going to get this cool frozen branch. Do you see it? Like, see how it sparkles? It's really cool. And when you put that in a vase and have that as your background, it's amazing. And then you can choose what I paired it with. I love these. We have this really beautiful beaded magnolia. And again, these are all wired, so just move them around a little bit. There's a little separation there and you want to fill it, you can do that. There's pearls in the center, but look how fabulous it is when you take this piece and put that with it. Isn't that pretty? And then you could just put that in a vase. If you wanted to add greenery, you can. If you want to add a little bit more texture, then I would throw some of these in there. This is another one of our sort of snowy branch. You put all of those together, and that is a look. And again, it kind of gives you this sort of rustic woodland look, but with some elegance. That's the magnolia. If you want the poinsettia, again, you're going to zhuzh these, okay? You're going to open up the petals. I remember last year we did these and somebody was like, mine doesn't look like yours. Well, did you zhuzh it? You got to zhuzh it. Just spend a minute, 30 seconds opening it up and look how pretty that white poinsettia is. And again, that white poinsettia will come with this big snowy twig and you can put those together. And again, if you want to, because you're going to save an extra 10%, maybe you do another set of these and you mix that into it. That can be so pretty. These, by the way, also look nice if you wanted to add in more white. You can mix those in with it too. So you can create kind of this little bouquet all mixed in together. All right. So that's that sort of snowy collection. Here's these. These are the set of two. Just want you to see them up close. Like these are a little bit more refined frozen twigs. These are great with the Norfolk pine garland. If you have the Norfolk pine stems, stick these in with them. Amazing. All right. Those are great. Then we have our frozen berry collection. This is our frozen boxwood collection. You can see the berries look like they're encapsulated with ice. Look at the pine cone. You can see how it has the ice crystals on it. These are nice and full too. Look at those. The two of those together are great. These also work if you lay them flat and put the stems together. Then you kind of have like a little mini spray there. And then, you know, that's like the perfect place to put one of your figures. Or if you picked up these trees are so good with this group. Please don't break. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay, look how pretty those two trees are with those two picks. So you're going to buy one set of these. Remember, it's a BOGO. But put one set in your cart. We'll give you the second. And then buy two sets of these. And those together are magic. They look so good together. The coloration, everything about that is great. We also have a candle ring that matches this too. Here's another look we have for you with our picks. These have been really popular. Oh my gosh, look at these. Do you see these? They're these gorgeous snow dusted with a little shimmer pine cone clusters. Now, they're tied together. You can untie them if you want to. Something else that these look great with, these.
The BOGO offer is gone.
Oh, the BOGO's gone? Everybody bought them. Okay, sorry, BOGO's gone. No more BOGO. See these? Then look at this. Like this can work together really nicely together. And have fun with it. You know, again, I'm holding them up, but if you wanted to take these apart, you're going to get various stems like these. But, you know, you can lay these down on a table if you want to. and do like a woodland look or a cool sleigh if you have that, right? I love that. Do this and the buyer's choice. So lots of options. You guys get it. Okay. Next, for those of you who do like the fun peppermint, Lynn, do you have these? Any of you that have our peppermint collection? Oh my gosh, look at these right now. Red and green, and then these like fun peppermint candy balls. Aren't those so cute? All on sale. And remember, buy more than one, pick candle ring, candlestick, and you get 10% off all those items. Here's that. Look how great that is together. Look how great these are if you pick up that guy back there, right? Or you just want to do a fun whimsical tree. Buy a couple sets of these and stick these in, and that kind of decorates those bare areas. Super cute. All right. And then let me just show you. We have a lot of our jeweled candle rings. I have them in, personally, this is my favorite. I love the reds and greens there. You can use these on a candlestick, right? On top of it, and then your tall candle like these. I'll show this to you in a second. But these are also great napkin rings, everybody. So again, while we have this great offer, if you buy more than one set, you get an additional 10% off the sale price. Look how pretty that would be on your Christmas table. If you have the Lenox holiday china or other really pretty, red and green dishes, or you don't, you just have classic white and you want to make it feel more festive, this is how you do it. And, move these around a little bit. These are all wired, but I love how they have the jewels and they're so pretty. Sorry, Lynn, I'm trying not to spend your money for you, but I think if you're loving that peppermint, those sprigs are really cute. So there's those. And I do have, by the way, can you hand me all those, Kylie? I have them in red and white. Okay. You can put little tea lights in here. These become little mini candle rings for your tea lights. Here's the thing. You just need to spend a second with these because again, these traveled, on a ship forever. So they're a little smushed sometimes when we get them. So just take a second. And again, not that you have to be delicate, but don't be a bull in a china shop with these. And just kind of move the pieces around. They're lightly wired, but doing that will give you a more even and balanced look. Okay. If you're just deciding, I don't want that there. I want to open that up a little bit more. Okay. That works. And again, look how cute. Really on any napkin that you might use. Now you've got that red and white story going on, which works back, of course, to our red and white. And the red and white. Oh, it even looks cute. Maybe you do your little candles and then you do it with the Santa from the Jim Shore. Okay. All right. So candle rings, bigger candle rings, all is part of our holiday accessories. Picks, all the picks. Karen, okay, bought my 4th signed Jim Shore, BOGO, and now this. All right, Karen, shh, I won't tell. All right, so candle rings, picks. Let me show you all of these picks over here too. These are like the fun ones. Oh, and we have these too. These are fun. I have these in red. I have these in gold. I have these in silver. I have these in green. If I were you, buy a set of red and buy a set of green. They're already on sale. You're getting the extra off. Because if you have a set of 2 reds and then you get the 2 greens, look how fun those are going to be. You can do so many things with them. These reds, great with your peppermint. These reds, great with Jim Shore, but so is the green. All right. And then snowman, silver. Look how great. So good, right? Love that. And the gold, This is unexpected. Look how cute the gold is with that. Kind of adds a little something. I like that. All right. So these are great. These are also great to stick in your trees. Okay. Because they'll really fill up areas. And since you're going to buy, they're already on sale. And if you buy a couple sets, you're saving even more. That's when you're going to stock up on these and really fill out your trees. But they also make those great little flat, like swags that I'm always talking about. So these are awesome. These are like a perennial bestseller. When I was working at QVC and I would pick things for Your Home with Jill, we would do picks like this all the time. And the reason why we'd go back to them time and time again, they have the shatterproof ornaments, they have the sparkle, they have the shimmer. There's just so much to like about them. All right. So run and get those if you'd like. Couple more things and then I'm going to sign off. Candlesticks. So these are our bow candlesticks. They're solid, weighty, and adorable year round. Those are part of that holiday accessory sale. So if you buy more than one in that collection, like these and the little candle rings to put on top, you're going to save even more. We even also have our really pretty, get these over here, our glass candlesticks. I love these. I love the swirl, but you could get those. You could get a candle ring, get these, get picks, and you're going to save an extra 10% on top of the already sale prices. All right. Then just making sure there's nothing else back there I want to talk about. This is the Norfolk Pine Garland, by the way, like that drippy look. On a timer, has 50 lights. It's awesome. You can check that out at Just Jill. Kylie, how about the dough bowl? Our dough bowl candle. Oh, so good. We have this available for you. They're on sale. They're normally $65. They're on sale now for $59. Gorgeous wood bowl, triple wick, soy wax. And this is from a new vendor who's partnered with our candle maker, Ed, to get the exact formula for our fragrances. So candle maker Ed shared that with this candle maker so that we could do the wood bowl looks for you. These make a great gift. We have these in different scents. They're normally $65. They're on sale for $59. Also on sale, our entire Soap Rocks collection is 10% off. Great gift. What are Soap Rocks? They are soaps that are vegetable glycerin based, made here in the United States, and the brainchild of one of the coolest guys I know. His name's Todd Pink. He is a scientist. He is an artist. He's a geologist. So he understands the formation of rocks, and yet he's got that creative thing going where one day he thought, I wonder if I could make a pretty soap that looked like a stone. And yes, he has. So this looks like a garnet. This looks like green garnet. This looks like this gorgeous, like gold running in quartz. Vegetable glycerin base. These are beauty bars. It will take off your makeup. It will give you the most luxurious lather for shaving and cleansing. For men, it will help soften your beard. They're just phenomenal. People with sensitive skin love these soaps. You can use it to take off your makeup. They're individually wrapped like this. We do all different color assortments. This is our best seller. Our holiday trio. So you get the red garnet, which has a cranberry mist scent. You get the green garnet, which is like a cucumber melon. And you get the gold in quartz, which is a milk and honey, which is so clean and wonderful. The world should smell like this because it's so fabulous. And then in addition to the Soap Rocks, and we have others, there's ones that look like turquoise and amethyst and, all different colors. So check them out. They're all on sale. In addition to that, we also have our bath whips on sale. So we do these. We have a couple sets of them. This is one of my favorites where you get that gold in quartz milk and honey soap, and then you get the milk and honey bath whip. So this is your bar of soap, and this is actually like a bathing cream, but you use it, and I don't have any water here, but you just take a little bit and it will like coat your skin in cream. and you use this to cleanse your skin and cleanse your body. And this time of year where your skin's probably really starting to dry out with the winter, if you're starting to notice that leg dandruff, right? When you take off your pants or your socks or your hosiery or whatever, like this will hydrate and cleanse your skin. And it gives you a luxurious experience. And you can use it if you're a bath person, but it also works in the shower, and a little goes a long way. And we even do a duo of those. They work out to be $20 a piece, but now you're getting 10% off. So really nice savings. There's all different fragrances in the Bath Whip duos. We have a mango coconut, there's a tea rose, there's a lavender, there's all different ones. There's Todd's favorite is like a blackberry. But if you like the idea of a single Bath Whip with a soap to go with it, like the ultimate bathing experience, I love this milk and honey duo. All right, so definitely check that out. Okay, last couple of things. I already talked about all those. My Grandma's Coffee Cakes till the end of November are on sale. We have like 8 different flavors for you to choose from. They're normally $49. That includes your shipping for the largest cake they make, that 3.1 pound size. Our price is $45. Order those, put them in your freezer, and just have them on hand. You want to get them when they're on sale. So put them in your freezer and then just pull them out as needed as a gift for last minute entertaining. But My Grandma's Coffee Cakes on sale. We have our Mother Nature's Son crab cake special. If you want to send the gift of food, these are absolutely the best crab cakes I have ever had. Chef Mike is a personal friend of really my husband Doug's, and now a friend of mine and our family. Chef Mike makes the best crab cake I've ever had. It is nothing but jumbo lump crab meat. There's not breading in this at all. It's actually gluten-free. He creates this special, almost like a seafood mousse as a binder. So it's just tender and flavorful. We normally do 8 5-ounce crab cakes for $169. You're getting 10 of them. And that's an awesome bill to ship to. All Southern Root Sisters items on sale right now. Check that out. We love Southern Root Sisters. I haven't seen Rachel Scott in a while, but her delicious jams, family recipes, her cookie mixes, all of those are all on sale. And finally, thank you all for staying with me here. If you are looking for some great jewelry, in addition to all of our Power Beads by Jen pieces being on sale, our Ross Simons. Yes, we are lucky enough to carry a prestigious brand like Ross Simons at Just Jill, including 14 karat gold, which you know is a premium right now, hard to find on sale. Guess what? Gold, sterling, gemstones, all of our Ross Simons jewelry is 20% off. So go check that out at justjillshop.com. Earrings, bracelets, rings, necklaces, ankle bracelets, so many nice, and their gift packaging from Ross Simons is beautiful. So check that out while that's 20% off as well. So this is it. This is our kickoff of our Black Friday event. We'll be reminding you about some of the special offers over the next couple of days, but go find what you want, get it, get first dibs, because obviously a lot of the things that we put on sale too is where we're kind of getting limited in our quantities, and we want to clear things out to make room for other things to share with you. So have fun shopping. If you click the link that I put in this post or copy and paste it into your browser, that will take you to our weekly features page, and it will outline all of the special offers that we have going on right now, so you can see them all in one place. Remember, just add things to your cart and the discounts will happen at checkout. All right. Thanks, everybody. This is a busy night. Thanks for hanging with me a little bit longer. I appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a delicious day. Can't wait to hear, how your time was, how your recipes turned out. And don't forget, if you need any last minute recipe ideas, head to justjill.com. My cranberry apple bake, a total winner. People will be begging you for the recipe. My corn bake recipe was actually something that my friend David Venable shared with me because his grandma made it. And lo and behold, I found it in my grandmother's recipe box too. That's a winner. My stuffing recipe, if you want to try something different, it's delicious. Apples and sausage and 3 kinds of bread. It's phenomenal. And then I have a couple recipes over there. I have a pumpkin cheesecake chocolate pie that's really really good, like a layer of cheesecake, some chocolate chips, a layer of pumpkin, not too shabby. Apple brownies, always a winner. Harvest apple cake, all of those recipes to make your entertaining a little easier over at justjillshop.com. So thanks for being with me tonight, everyone. So good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. And let me just say, I am so thankful for all of you. We couldn't have done this for almost the last 5 years without your friendship, without your support, without your trust in what we do and what we stand for. So thank you. Thank you so much of all the places you could shop. I know there are plenty of places that, might get it to you a little faster. Maybe their prices are a little bit cheaper, but you've chosen to shop with us, with me. And that means the world to us. So thank you, because we are so grateful and thankful for all of you. Have a good night, everybody. I look forward to seeing you next week. See ya. Bye.